How's it going, everyone, and welcome to my brand new series here on the channel called Regeneration. Now, if you've noticed by the thumbnail, if you have a look at the word regeneration, the word regen is highlighted, it's highlighted in a different colour. That is why it's called Regeneration. Basically, this is how the series is going to go. So if any of you guys have watched Sparring DK for the last couple of years now, you might know that back in FIFA 17, he did a series called Arsenal Invincibles. And basically what he did was he took the Invincibles of Arsenal back in 2003-2004 and recreated the team in the form of youth academy players. He then simmed a few seasons to get them up to the level they need to be, and then tried to go on an invincible season. Same sort of thing applies here. Now, the team I have selected is Palermo. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what sort of good team have Palermo had? This one's slightly different, because I just wanted to do something out there. I didn't want to pick a well-known sort of squad. I didn't want to pick like Arsenal Invincibles. Man City's team from last season, the Centurions. I didn't want to do them because it's too big. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do it in a different country. Now, Palermo have not had one amazing squad like at one time. So what I've done is I looked on the internet and I found the best 11 players that Palermo have had in recent years. Basically, what Palermo could have had now had they not sold their star players. And I have found a squad of 11 players that I can use, and I will go through them in a second. But because it's only 11 players, that means that I've had to do duplicates of players. So for example, there's 2 or 3 players that represent one player, and I'll show you what I mean right now. So this is the squad of players that I haven't come up with this. I found this on the internet. So Sirigu is the man in goal. Andrea Barzagli, Kamil Glik and Simon Kjaer are the 3 centre-backs. Mateo Dharma, Javier Pastore, Franco Vasquez and Josip Ilicic are in the midfield, or Darmian and Ilicic are wing-backs, sort of. Paulo Dybala as the centre attacking mid, and then Edinson Cavani and Andrea Belotti up front. Just before I get into showing you the team, I just want to say that the job is not done yet with the growing players to the full overall. I didn't want to just do a whole, I wanted to show some of the grind. The reason I left out the grind of getting the players is because of the time I've started the series. If I do this again in FIFA 20, I will obviously start it at the start of the year and therefore show more of the grind of getting the players. But because of the time I've started this series, I've left that out, and now I'm just into the playing games bit. Basically, the aim of this series is to win everything with this team. The Serie A, the Italian Cup, the Champions League, maybe the Europa League if we get in it. But yeah, basically, we're going to try and win everything with this team, because there isn't really any specific objective to get with this team like there is with Arsenal's Invincibles or getting 100 points with Man City. There's no specific objective. The only objective I have is to win as much as I can. So, the first player we have up is Salvatore Sirigu, the goalkeeper. Now, what I mean by every player is represented by 2 or 3 players in this team. This is what I mean. So, representing Salvatore Sirigu in this squad is Gabriel Costa, Matteo Romano and Antonio Romano. Because there's only 11 players, obviously I've got to fill the bench and reserves, haven't I? So what I've done is I've just tried to get 2 or 3 players in each position of the same nationality, if you know what I'm saying. So we move on to Andrea Barzagli. He is represented by Andrea Ricci and Alessandro Delia. We now move on to Kamil Glik, the Polish centre-back. He's represented by Patrick Adamczak and Joseph Grabowski. We now move on to Simon Kjaer. He's represented by Jakob Holm, Marius Holm and Gustav Jespersen. Now move on to Mateo Dharma. Now him and Ilicic, because of the positions I got the players in, Darmian's players are going to be playing on left and Ilicic on the right, but that doesn't matter anyway because they're still playing on the wing, aren't they? Matteo Dharma is represented by Riccardo Rossi and Valerio Mancini. We now have Javier Pastore and Franco Vasquez. The reason I'm doing both of them at once is because, well, they're both Argentinian. So the Argentinian players I have are as follows: Abilio Arnaiz, Jose Velasquez, Silvio Luna, Geronimo Lopez, and Esteban Ojeda. Now we go on to Josip Ilicic, which was probably one of the hardest players to do because scouting Slovenia does not bring you back the greatest players, just saying. So representing Ilicic we have Alyosha Korosec, Mate Bijak, and Janez Horvat. Representing Paulo Dybala, currently we only have Manuel Henriquez. However, one of the other 5 that I mentioned for the centre mid roles will also fill in there, unless I sign someone else. Representing Edinson Cavani are 2 absolute beasts when I've played with them: Emidio Vergara and Gregorio Dominguez. And finally, representing Andrea Bellotti, we have Alberto Rinaldi, Alberto Fontana, and Matteo Romano, the second Matteo Romano of the squad. So if we just want to look at these players in a little bit more detail, not so much because otherwise the video will go on forever, but just their attributes side of things and overall. So Gabriel Costa is the best goalkeeper at the club. He was terrible at first, but is now probably one of the best keepers I've ever had. Look at his goalkeeping stats. He's 86 rated. And there his goalkeeping stats. Matteo Romano I'll probably sell, but he's there in case we need him. And Antonio Romano is the backup. Just straight up the backup. We now have Patrick Adamczak, who's just good at everything. He's good at everything. He's playing on the right hand side of the back 3. He's got 88 pace, 88 defending, 80 physical, 76 passing. Just look at the stats on him. 89 acceleration, 88 sprint speed, 88 stamina. 76 strength is not bad either. 88 crossing, 82 ball control, 89 marking, 88 slide tackle, 96 stand tackle. What a ridiculous guy. And he's 6'4" as well. I'm also going to highlight Marius Holm for the middle. He's the middle centre back. He's only 5'11", but he's flipping fast. He's got 89 sprint speed. He's got 83 strength. He's good in the tackle. 77 and 75. 86 ball control. He hasn't got the best stats for a centre back, but he's still pretty good. Alessandro Delia is Barzagli's regen. He is actual Barzagli's regen. I purposely went out and looked for him because I knew he'd be decent. He's one of only 2 players in this squad that are not from my youth academy. Everyone, apart from Alessandro Delia and Manuel Henriquez, are all from my youth academy. All of them, apart from those 2. Riccardo Rossi is a left back by trade, but he'll be operating on the left wing. He's better there. He's very fast. Well, he's not very fast, but he's decently fast. He's got decent strength. He's good at tackling. That's what I need in a wing back. That's why I'm going to utilise him as a wing back as opposed to the left-sided centre back. Now, I struggle finding Argentinian centre mids, but Lopez and Ojeda will be playing as centre mids, not as left mids. Ojeda can play as a centre mid, Lopez cannot, but they will mostly be backup anyway. Ojeda's probably going to be the backup to Henriquez as the centre attacking mid. Alberto Rinaldi is ridiculously fast, however, is probably the 3rd choice Italian striker for me because, well, Fontana is 82 rated for a start off and still pretty fast. He's good at everything in terms of striker. He's got 85 finishing for a striker or centre forward from the youth academy who I barely trained any of these players, by the way. I have played some games with them and I have trained them a little bit, but I've mostly simulated through the calendar, so I barely train these people. He's got 99 long shots, 85 finishing, 79 shot power is okay as well. He's very good. Gregorio Dominguez is 6'5", very Cavani-esque, 97 strength, 83 sprint speed, 88 acceleration. He's got, what's his finishing? 69's not the best, okay. 87 dribbling, 91 long shots, 82 shot power.
87 dribbling for a guy who's 6'5" is very good, especially when he has the pace that he has. And finally, one last player I want to look at is Matteo Romano, the striker. In my opinion, the best Italian striker I have. Even though Fontana is one rating higher, Romano is just amazing. He's got 98 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, 84 strength. Also, 81 finishing, 88 heading accuracy, 95 long shots, 96 shot power. Holy crap, he's even good at tackling. 69 slide tackle, 70 stand tackle. He's good at everything apart from penalties. And he's also 6 foot. And he's got high-low work rates. It's perfect. So there you have it, guys. That is the introduction to my brand new series called Regeneration. I will show you all of the players in episode 1. I'll go through the squads hub, like the proper squad report. Obviously I will be into the next season then, so they won't have the plus 1s and 2s and whatever that you just saw, because I'm at the end of a season. I'll explain in more detail the position we're in and what I'm aiming to do and all of that good stuff. But guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you're excited for this series, and also there will be player upgrades for this series as well, so you can leave your suggestions in the comments for player upgrades, kit numbers, tape, all that stuff, like in the Vale series. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're excited, you want to see more, and of course, hit that bell. You'll receive all notifications. Guys, until next time, thanks so much for watching. Peace.